You what the Brock Purdy narrative as a Niner fan?
What narrative specifically?
Well, there's a lot of narratives like he's pretty. Some people think he's an elite quarterback already. Some people think he's not that guy. There's certain people in the media or new media, should I say, that are a little more critical of Brock Purdy. I want to play a clip real quick before we get to this conversation. Cam Newton, former MVP, former Super Bowl quarterback of the Carolina Panthers, has been weighing in on Brock Purdy for weeks upon weeks now. And here's his latest comments on Brock Purdy post NFC title game.
I've never said that Brock Purdy was trash. What I did say is Brock Purdy is a game manager. That's not hate. That's just what I feel to be facts. But I still reserve the right to say this. To be labeled a game changer, Brock Purdy has to be the best player on the offensive side of the ball. And that's not the case.
And who's the best player?
Christian McCaffrey. Man, look, I ain't recanting And if you really want to just be honest, if you add in the defensive talent and you add in the offensive talent, Brock Purdy is the 10th best player on this team. Okay, cool. Did he have a great game? Yes. Is he been playing out of his mind? Yes. Is he a quarterback that's hot? Yes. But he's still the 10th best player on his team.
I don't know if I'll go that far with the end of what he said with the 10th best player part on the team, but I do agree with him with the fact that he is not the best player on that team, or even outside the ball. I mean, first off, you and I already agree it's not just Christian McCaffrey, it's Trent Williams. Let's go there. But he's not wrong. Where he lost me was the whole 10th best player bit.
Which I think it's adorable, by the way, that you present the narrative as if Trent Williams was an idea you gave me. That's fucking adorable. I know you didn't do that. I'm making you joke. But listen, I mean, obviously, as somebody who has constantly been in the Christian McCaffrey is the actual MVP of the league conversation, but we'll never get it because he'll split votes with Brock and it'll inevitably fall to Lamar Demetrius Jackson. Cool. 10th? Really? Listen, their defense is good, but it ain't anyone in their secondary that's surpassing Brock Purdy. I know that shit, right? If you want to say both Greenwald and Fred Warner, okay. Who else you got? Bosa? Has he played enough to get that? Or are you talking about just in terms of pure talent? Okay, fine. There's 3 defensive players who one could argue are air quotes better than Brock. Offensively, who you got?
Yeah.
Trent Williams? Okay. Christian McCaffrey? Okay. Are you saying Kittle is better than Brock? Maybe. But beyond that, I would stop there. Debo is not better than Brock. I said it. Debo is a gadget guy that has a lot of uses. I wouldn't say he's most talented. Here's the best way, and I really wish I could have a conversation with Cam Newton because I think this is what he would agree with. Also as a guy, by the way, there's a little bit of bitterness in a top overall pick, having never won a Super Bowl, come after Mr. Irrelevant being successful. I don't mean to be an armchair psychologist, but that shit's a factor. So let's start there. And I'm not mad at him for it, but perspective is a thing.
By the way, side note, Trent Williams does not have a middle name. His nickname is Silverback.
That's friggin' awesome.
It's a nickname Silverback named after a male gorilla. He has a large gorilla tattoo on his back.
I know what a silverback is. That's still awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool actually. But he has no middle name.
Fascinating. So yeah, we'll have to bring that to the committee because should the Niners win, we will probably have to have a 3-name ceremony for that man. But
you should have it now, in my opinion.
Hey, shut your face. All right, I'm answering your goddamn question. So, but like whether it's Cam Newton or Nick Wright, I think their problem isn't that they're saying Brock Purdy is bad. They just keep doubling down and doubling down and doubling down, especially in Nick Wright's case. The whole fucking season he's been down on Purdy. By the way, I'm glad you bring this up on your show so I could use naughty words. But I think the answer is this. Think of any quarterback. Name one off the top of your head. Hey, if he had proper surroundings, he would win a Super Bowl. Name it. Who? First quarterback.
Lamar Jackson.
Bullshit.
Oh, I mean, all timers right now.
No. A quarterback who was this close to success who you've constantly, who if you said, hey, if he had X, he would have gotten a Super Bowl. And that ain't Lamar Demetrius Jackson. Just
if we're going like all time, my guy
Tony Romo, maybe.
I was going to say that. That's what I was going to say.
Exactly. Brock Purdy is that. He's got those surroundings. If I put Tony Romo in there, for example, he gets the Super Bowl. Brock Purdy is the guy that got that if he had stuff onto his roster, and he's doing. That's the best way, in my opinion, to assess Brock Purdy is he's the quarterback that got all the stuff around him. And by the way, I can't tell if Cam Newton is using game manager as a slur, but it sure as hell sounded like it to me. And that's just another thing. That's probably the biggest beef, even more than the 10th player, because, you know, any top 10 list is subjective as hell. He could probably make a pretty good argument for putting Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, even Kyle Juszczyk as being better at their position than Brock Purdy. I wouldn't agree with it, but he could probably make a good argument.
I don't agree with that myself.
What's that?
I don't agree with him on that whole 10 plus player thing.
Right.
Honestly.
But the punchline's this. The game manager as a slur is a worse offense than that 10th player conversation.
Is it? Okay. Interesting. I do agree with this. I do agree with the assessment, though, of separating what is a game manager versus a game changer.
Oh, and he's got it wrong there, too.
You got it wrong there, too. Interesting.
Because you're going to tell me that Brock Purdy didn't change that damn game?
That's what I'm saying. That fourth quarter and what he did outside of out of the pocket and with his legs.
Final point. The assumption's made, too, that he still doesn't keep getting better. This is his second year. What are we doing here?
Yeah. I think we could be critical but not be overcritical.
No. Being critical is not the same as overdoing that shit.
Right. Yeah.
Critical is not the same as not having a proper context. Being critical is not saying a player in George Kittle who's been playing for damn near 10 seasons, a player like Trent Williams who has played 10 seasons is better than Brock. They're supposed to be, damn it.
I think a lot of people are still stuck on the 3-game losing streak this year. Then when they lost Trent, they lost McCaffrey, and his play went to shit.
They're stuck on the 3-game losing streak. Not enough people are talking about it being linked to Trent Williams, but I digress.
Right.
People were actually that worried about Deebo Samuel being limited in this game. Cool story, bro.